The date was February 7th, and the Lakers signed Jordan Goodwin to a two-way contract, aiming to bolster their backcourt depth and defensive intensity. At the time, some questioned the move, and after all, the Lakers already had a stacked roster. But head coach JJ Redick had a pretty good vision. He saw a potential rotation player who could bring energy and versatility. But some people don't understand just how good Jordan Goodwin is, because he does all the small things that go a long way, and I'm going to be breaking down a lot of plays to show you how good he is. Thank you to BetUS for sponsoring today's video. And well, let's start off with looking at Goodwin's defense, because that's the best part of his game in my opinion. And the reason why he's so good on the defensive end is that he has a 6'10" wingspan, and when players like John Collins try to isolate him in that right mid-range area, he'll just poke the ball and make the offensive players so excited that they just slip the ball away when they're trying to shoot a jumper. But the crazy thing is, even when John Collins rips the ball away from him again, he is hungry enough to run back in and rip that ball away to get the Lakers another possession. But his defensive IQ is truly on another level, because currently there's only 40-ish seconds left on the clock, so it means that the Jazz are going for a 2-for-1 shot. This means that the Jazz want to get a shot up quickly so they don't waste time. And well, Goodwin knows that the Jazz are trying to get a shot off right away, so he plays aggressive defense and plays very high up, so that Gabe Vincent has room to help with the double, and there you go. They force a backcourt violation and get a stop. Even when he's isolated in that three-point area, he makes sure to play very high up so that no offensive players can try to drive by him and hit a layup. Instead, they're forced to create in the perimeter, and well, that's where he has the advantage because of his wingspan. He gets yet another steal. So we could see what separates a good defender from a great defender is simply defensive positioning, and well, Goodwin's got that on locks. And the reason why he has all this positioning figured out is because he knows his vulnerabilities. I know he's 6'5", I know that's not completely short, but in the NBA, they're gonna try to bully you if you're that tall. But the good thing is that he has active hands, he knows how to move his feet, so he could poke the ball away before any guy gets in the paint. But recently, the Lakers were matched up against the Clippers, and it was the Battle of LA, and well, Jordan Goodwin played insane defense. And the reason for this was because of his timing. He knew exactly when to double James Harden, and after James Harden gets doubled, he has the ability to rotate back on his guy who's in the right corner and get a contest off. He guards two guys in the same exact play. He was also very sneaky, and when big man like Zubac would grab a rebound, Jordan Goodwin would not give up on the play whatsoever. He would sneak behind the big man and just rip the ball away. Even after a Luka Doncic bucket, the Clippers have to inbound the ball, but they don't know that Goodwin is right behind Kawhi waiting for that inbound, and he's sneaky once again, rips that ball away off the inbound and gets a quick bucket. Goodwin just has amazing positioning, he has great anticipation, which allows him to be sneaky. Even here, when people think that they have a wide open lane to drive on a player like Dalton Connect, you are wrong, because Goodwin knows exactly when to help and rip that ball away. Jordan Goodwin is also sneakily strong, because when a player like Pascal Siakam tries to bully him in the paint, he's right there to not let that happen until a double team comes, and when the double comes, they're just active to try to poke the ball away. And this is a message to any NBA team: don't try to isolate against Jordan Goodwin. That is not a good game plan, and it's going to lead to a lot of turnovers. And very recently against the Clippers, Goodwin had 3 steals, 2 assists, 5 rebounds, and 6 points on 21 minutes of play. He's the perfect bench piece you need on this roster. But there are still 2 factors that I'm still yet to talk about that are better than what you've just seen. Before we get into that, shout out to BetUS, because you can go on their website and look at the odds for the Lakers to win an NBA championship. I know this sounds crazy, but their roster is starting to look very good. They don't have a true big man, but Jackson Hayes could do the job. They have good defenders in Jared Vanderbilt and even Goodwin. And let me tell you this, role players win championships, so that's why I'm going to go ahead and place it. And if you want to place it too, BetUS is offering a 150% bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000 using code YouTube150. Now back to the video, because I noticed something about Jordan Goodwin's offensive game that is pretty rare in today's NBA, and this is the mid-range shot. Because this is not really that typical. Guys like Goodwin would usually be expected to take those corner 3-pointers after LeBron gets double teamed, but that's far from what Goodwin could actually do. Instead, he's more comfortable taking the midi, and over here after a bad pass from Vanderbilt, he gets that ball and sees that open patch of paint in the center over there, so he instantly sprints right to it, attacks it, and hits a fading midi jump shot. It's all about finding that little open area in the paint, and you can see over here that left spot of the paint is open. So what Goodwin does is that he sprints exactly to that spot, grabs it, and hits a fadeaway. It's kind of hard to see role players like Goodwin have the balls to run his own pick and rolls and then take a mid-range shot and make it. He's truly meant for this roster, and I could see him playing a lot of minutes in the playoffs. He just has an old school type of game. He also goes to those floaters in that paint area and hunts for those shots. It kind of reminds me of a Trae Young when it comes to finishing, and he doesn't really let his size get in the way of getting inside the paint and finishing. But the main reason he's out there on the floor is because of his defense. There was a span where the Lakers were first in defensive rating just because of Jared Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent, Jordan Goodwin, Dorian Finney-Smith, and all these defensive role players who are playing a big factor in getting these wins. And the Lakers have finally found an identity. They're getting players that could play defense and play hard. And just recently they got a big man named Trey Jemison. He has been an absolute dog on the defensive end, but just take a listen to how he's setting the culture and what he wants out of everyone in this Lakers squad.
Say it all the time, I love it. Just that aggressiveness, that just no backing down. You know what I'm saying? Like, you come play us, you have to come fight for this win. Like, literally fight for this win. So when teams know that, like, hey, it's gonna be no easy game in LA, that's just huge for us, you know what I'm saying? Letting Luka and Bron go kill and let us do our dirty work. I love that.
And if you guys don't know who Trey Jemison is, he's a guy that's willing to go out there and put his body on the line to win games. And there's a per 36-minute stat that will shock you. If Trey Jemison plays 36 minutes, he will average 11.2 points, 10.7 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1.9 blocks. You could just see by looking at his highlights too, he has exactly what Goodwin has: grit and the ability to play defense. And I found a crazy stat. Did you know that the Lakers are 10-0 when Trey Jemison steps onto the court? This guy has a dog in him, and he's ready to unleash it every time he gets on the court. And while the Lakers are going to be gearing up for the postseason, and while Goodwin and Jemison's role are going to become more crucial, depth is very essential for the playoffs. Having a player who can seamlessly integrate into various lineups provides Coach JJ Redick with more valuable flexibility, and these players provide exactly that. I truly love seeing two-way players thrive, and especially Jordan Goodwin, because his story is one of perseverance, hard work, and seizing the opportunity. And his impact on the Lakers isn't about looking at the box score, it's about looking at the film, and hopefully I showed you guys. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe. It gets the video out to many more people so I can make more content for you legends. Thank you BetUS for sponsoring today's video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
This morning we talked about going to war. Be willing to die on the court. All right, I was so amped today. I should have been able to take a nap. I couldn't sleep last night. I was up till 5 a.m. I couldn't even nap today. Pre-game, I'm laying on the floor doing my breathing exercise. I'm envisioning what our team is going to play like. And you guys went even higher.